Yes,
Nothing.
you got the cracks, but you lost the scut. Like right now, your top lane is going to like you can't you can't prevent your top lane getting ganked again, and you can't prevent your mid lane getting ganked again. So yes, you got cracks on one hand, but on the other hand, I would prefer you to just get the scuttle, because with the scuttle at least, I mean, sure, it's a good XP as well, and it's not as good as the last season because it got nerfed, but it's the scuttle. Like the scuttle is a little Drake. Hey guys, for those who don't know, my name is Bizyze and I'm a Challenger League of Legends coach. I have over 2,000 of hours on individual coaching, and I have plenty of students that climb from bronze or silver all the way up to diamond. Remember that the content that you are watching right now is a personalized, high quality coaching session that you can only get from me. If you want to get better and climb League of Legends, feel free to add me on Discord and book your own private coaching session. What are you waiting for? The link is in the description. How do you think we can carry a game on jungle? Like, what are the most important things in the jungle?
Just in general.
Yeah, not on Mordekaiser, but just in general.
I would say trying to get your entire team ahead if possible.
Okay.
Or if you're someone who can hyper carry, just constantly gank, get yourself ahead so you can just snowball a game.
Okay, so looking to get the teammates ahead. True, first of all. True. What else?
That's all I've really got right now.
Okay, so first of all, you want to get, there are two things that I want to talk with you right here. So first of all, yes, you want to get your laners ahead, but you can't get all of the 3 lanes ahead. So this is a big misunderstanding that a lot of low elo junglers have. They think that ganking 3 lanes, ganking everyone is the play. So the thing is, the jungle that can gank top, mid, and he can also be bot and carry the bot, it doesn't exist. Because you can't put pressure on all of the 3 lanes. You're going to try to gank everyone, but you're going to have 0 pressure on any of those lanes. So you want to choose 2 lanes, because if you're trying to gank all of the 3, I mean, you're not going to be very efficient at ganking. You're going to get, 1 gank top, 1 gank bot, and 1 gank mid. But I would rather just gank 2 times top lane, get the Wukong fed, and then gank 1 time mid lane, so get Irelia fed. So this is how you want to play, basically. You want to play around 2 lanes that you want to be ahead, right? Because if you play around 3 lanes, you're not going to have the time to invest into all of those lanes. So
Okay, I see what you're saying.
In the beginning of the game, when a challenger or when a diamond player plays, they think about those win conditions. They think about lanes. Okay, so let's talk about this, because there are lots of things. They think about 2 things or 2 lanes, 2 matchups that they want to gank hard. They want to be like, hey, who needs my help? Who can carry me super hard? I want to gank that guy. And usually first they think about early game champions. So in this case, do we have early game champions?
Let's say Irelia.
True. 1. Who else?
I don't really know top lane matchups that well, so I don't know about.
Okay, so you don't know the matchup top lane really well, but do you know Wukong?
Somewhat.
Okay, is he an aggressive champion, or when
I know his basic hit enough that I pretty much banned him every single time I was top.
Okay. But as a dynamic, like, is he an aggressive champ? Is he a defensive champ? Like,
I would say mostly aggressive.
Aggressive, exactly. So Irelia is very aggressive. The Wukong is super aggressive as well. The Twitch, well, the thing with the Twitch is that, okay, he's scaling, but he's not an early game champion. Like, you want to put first things first. You want to gank the laners that you should gank ASAP, the laners that are good in the early game. The laners that if you give 1 kill, they get the 2nd, they get the 3rd, they get the 4th. And that one is Irelia and Wukong. So you want to basically adapt your clear based on that. Do you want to start to red buff, or do you want to start to blue buff? Because obviously you want to basically adapt those clear. If, for example, you want to gank top lane, which you should, because you have the Wukong, which is, as you said, an aggressive champion, you should gank him. Then you should do blue buff, and then you should do all the way pathing towards top side. If you have a tank on top lane, like an Ornn, like a Sion, if you have those champions, you don't want to gank those. Why? So why don't we gank a tank?
I actually have no idea.
So if you make, so let's say you have an Irelia on the mid lane, and she can be 0-10, And you also have a Scion that is, a tank, and you want to choose, you can make one champion 0-10 and one champion 10-0. Which one would you make to have high chances to win the game? Would you make the Scion 10-0, but then, I realize 0-10? Or do you do the reverse and prefer having the Irelia 10-0?
I'd prefer the Irelia having 10-0.
Exactly. So the reason why you never want to gank tanks is because they can't carry. Okay, they are tanky, but who cares? If the Vi is stupid, for example, like a stupid player will gank top hard. Why? Because you're going to make this guy 10-0, but it doesn't matter because if you have the Irelia 10-0, Irelia can just obliterate and get a pentakill. Yes, Zek is tanky, but it doesn't matter because Zek can't carry. So when you have games and you play jungle and you have, Ornn, Sion, or any tank on Cho'Gath, any tank on top lane, you want to avoid ganking top lane. Sure, if the Cho'Gath, let's say you have an enemy Cho'Gath that is pushing and is very low HP and you can get a free kill, you go and get him, of course. But otherwise, you do not want to prioritize staying around top lane. You would prioritize staying around mid lane and bot lane with tanks. But that's with tanks. Remember that right now we don't really have tanks. So let's think about this right now. So we said that you need to identify two lanes. You need to choose two lanes that you want to gank, and you want to identify those based on the champions, based on our champion. So you don't want to look at the enemy champions for now. For now, we're just going to look at our champions. So you said that Irelia is an aggressive champion, and you said that the Wukong is an aggressive champion. So because you have two aggressive champions on mid top lane, you want to gank them hard. And right now you want to choose, hey, do I want to gank harder the Irelia or do you want to gank harder the Wukong? And then you want to question yourself, wait, so what setup do they have? Do you know the abilities of Irelia?
I think so.
Okay. So did you know that she has a stun?
Yes, I do know that.
Is that going to help you to set up the gank?
Yeah, because I can land my E right afterwards.
Perfect. So the first thing that I need to consider when you're identifying those conditions is that, hey, who is the early game champions? And you want to be like, hey, it's Irelia and it's Wukong. So in other words, we don't want to gank bot lane for now. We want to pressure on top lane and mid lane. And then the second question is, okay, but I have two carries right now. Who is the first one? Is it Irelia or is it Wukong? And based on their CC, based on their setup, does she have a stun? Does she have because here I'm saying that Irelia has, you need to prioritize ganking Irelia more. But why am I saying that?
If I had to guess, it'd be because Irelia can snowball harder than Wukong can.
So also Wukong can snowball very, very hard. If you give him one kill, he has Ignite, so he's going to snowball super hard as well. Irelia is also going to snowball, you're right, but it's because of the stun, it's because of the setup. What are the chances of you ganking, like successfully ganking someone when you have LeBlanc Chain, Trash Hook, Irelia E, like you have a stun, and what are the chances of you succeeding the gank when you have a Wukong? A Wukong doesn't have, like, you know the Wukong spells, right? Roughly speaking. Or not?
I think so.
Okay, so well, Wukong doesn't really have any CC. He doesn't have really any knockup. He doesn't really have any crowd control. So then, right now, would you prefer ganking mid lane or top lane?
Mostly mid, and that's normally why I also take Ghost, although it seems that I didn't. So that way, if I can actually get closer to them.
Okay, okay, true. But then, if they are smart and they are kiting you, which they should be, you're never going to get them.
True.
Because Ghost is good in ganking, but in terms of late game, if you're getting kited and you don't have your flash ulti on the carry, let's say Jhin, he's going to kite you. So you can be 20-0 on Mordekaiser. If you don't have flash to kill the enemy carry, because enemy carry can kite you, then okay, you're 20-0, but who cares? Because you can't catch them. So that's why usually I would always go for the flash. I don't recommend the Ghost. It's okay, not the end of the world, but I wouldn't personally take it. It's a bad for carrying. Also here, what was your thought process with this ward?
Mostly to just make sure that I don't get invaded. Plus, I
True.
normally like to recall them by sweeper, so I have a ward, I might as well put it somewhere.
Okay, so the better place here is right here, or right here. You have two angles, because this deep ward is going to give you this vision. This ward is just useless. Like, okay, you're going to see if she's invading, but even if you put this ward, you're still going to see the Vi, right? If she goes into your jungle.
Yeah.
So I do recommend you to put it. The timing is good, but I recommend you to put it in this brush, right?
It's also why I sit in the bush right outside of red. So that way, if they do walk up during that time, I'm there. For
True,
at least some of it.
true. But if you just put it right here, you can just recall right away. Like you can just do the same thing, but put it right here. It's more aggressive vision, and it's for free. No one can really kill you right here. If you stay here and if you drop the ward and you go and recall into the sweeper thingy, no one can kill you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So right now, why are we starting on the blue buff and we're going to top side? Is this good? I want to ask you right now that we know that who we need to gank. The first gank that we need to prioritize is Aurelia, and if she's not gankable, let's say she's in the tower or she's not simply gankable, then you want to gank Wukong. So is your pathing right now good? Hello, hello. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. I think I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me right now? Hello?
Hello.
Okay, what happened?
I have no idea.
Okay, no worries. Welcome back, welcome back. Okay, so let's look at the game. So right now I was asking, do you hear me? Hello? You hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, good. So we said that we need to gank mid hardcore, and if she's not gankable, then we need to try ganking top lane. Those are the two lanes that you need to gank hard. Right now you're pathing from bot to top. Is this good?
I would say yes, although for most games that I do, I normally start with a leash bot anyways. But
Okay. Yeah, so this is good because so we say that you want to gank top lane as the second win condition. So then pathing top lane is good. If you would have an Ornn on top lane, let's say, or let's say you have a Scion and you have a Twitch, of course you don't want to path top to gank the Scion to what? To feed, like to give kills to a tank? That's not good. So then if you have a tank, then you would start red buff and just go down to bot lane. Same thing goes on this side. If you have a tank on top lane, usually the rule is like this. The rule of thumb is like this, and you want to remember this. If you have a tank on top lane, you always path away of him. You always path to the other direction in the first pathing. So in the first pathing, if I have a Scion, I'm going to go from top to bot because I don't want to be around top lane early on. If I'm playing Vi right now and I am, let's say I have she's bad, she doesn't know it. I mean, this is low elo, so we don't have expectations. But just so you know, if you're Vi, because I want to teach you how to play from Vi perspective as well. If you're Vi and you have a tank on top lane, you want to be like, hey, do I just want to do a red buff and gank a Zac? No, I want to gank Echo and I want to gank Jean. Don't want to gank Zac. Zac is just like Zac is not going to do damage in teamfights. He can't carry. He's going to be okay because he's a tank, but the tank is still a tank even if he's 0-10, right? I mean, he's still a tank even if it's with 0-5, 0. So that's why you don't need to gank those. So your pathing is good. Your pathing is amazing. So right now you are getting the blue buff. That's beautiful. Question, Austin. Where is the enemy jungle?
Bot lane.
How do you know that?
Because the enemy bot isn't there right now, and Zac already showed himself.
True, true. So here I would just ping danger, danger, danger. Careful, guys, he's there. So even though you know it, your teammates might not know it. So I would just ping danger, danger because we know that what is missing. So you're like, okay, enemy jungle started there. So you need to just ping it. Overall, fine kiting. Good, good. This is good. Okay, so let's take.
I love how you can't even see the death realm for the cloak.
I think I can't. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so right now we're taking the Gromp, and then right now after we taking the Gromp, so obviously when you're going in between the camps, like right now for example, you're trying to go for the wolves. You also want to check your lanes. So right now they are fighting super hard. Right now this is not a reliable gank. You're going to lose so much if you go here and this doesn't work. You're going to lose so much. So I really like that you're actually sticking to farm the jungle. I don't like that you're using the potion. So do you see that right now you are full HP? And this is bad because you're not using your HP regeneration. So right now you're basically wasting HP, right? So what high elo players do, they always stay with 65%, 70%, health, they never stay with 100%, because if you stay with 100%, you're not using your health regeneration, so your health doesn't regenerate, so you're basically wasting a bonus that you can get. That is a natural bonus, right?
Yeah.
So here you should use the potion when you're like 50% HP. That like 45, 50 in that range. Okay, good. Perfect. You should try to kite it a little bit more. So in this position, so I like how you played it. You smite it. That's good. But here you should try to hit the buff, move, hit the buff, move here, hit the buff, move here, hit the buff, move here, and you basically want to finish up the buff when you're here, because you want to be as efficient as possible. This is a race. You are playing jungle. You need to be fast. Every second matters in the jungle. Every second is important. So you see that how much time you're wasting because you're not standing still? Super, super important. And right now, in between the camps, it's crucial for you to look at your lanes. So right now, you want to look there and you want to assess how your lanes are doing. Usually, if you're going from bot lane to top lane, you want to just check the lanes that are close to you, that you're going to go to. So for example, if you go from bot lane to top lane, you want to look at mid lane and you want to look at top lane. Don't just go to top lane and then look at bot lane. Because even if you're looking there, well, even if it's a gank opportunity right there, I mean, you're not just going to, just go bot lane, because you have your camps right here. So in this position, on what lanes should we look right now?
Mid and top.
Mid and top. So let's look, and of course when you're looking, you want to look there for minimum 3 seconds, and you want to assess what's going on and assess if you can actually, if there is a gank opportunity or not. Okay, when you're looking, you basically want to look at 3 variables. First variable is the HP of the enemy laner. The HP of the enemy laner is always going to tell you, hey, you can gank or you can't gank. So right now, this is the HP of the enemy laner. So in terms of the HP, well, you can't really gank. It's not like he's low or he's not low. The second variable that you want to watch is the HP of your laner. You want to know if Aurelia is able to follow you or not follow you, because sometimes even if the enemy is going to be low, maybe your laner is going to be low as well. Need to consider that. So when you're looking, again, first of all, move your camera there. Move your camera like this and look there. I don't recommend you F key. Do you use F key?
I have that bound to for DNF for my summoner spells.
Okay, okay. For your
I actually have my camera bound to space.
Okay. And you mean like when you recenter the camera on yourself?
No, to a lock camera.
To lock camera. Okay, no problem, no problem. But again, so you play with locked camera, right?
I mostly do. I've been trying to get out of that habit.
Yes, you should try your best to force yourself to play without it. You should, but again, like we're not there yet. We're going to work on that step by step. There are other problems that we need to be focused right now. So what you need to know is that when you're looking, you want to see the HP of the laner and the HP of your laner, and you want to know, and you want to kind of decide, hey, is this gankable in the next 30 seconds? Can I get a gank opportunity? So looking at this right now, Austin, what do you think here? Is this a gank opportunity based on the HPs? Can you gank? Again, we're talking reliably, not okay. I maybe get the gank. No, when the best jungler in the world, Canyon, when that guy thinks about a gank and when he's looking on a lane, he will be, can I gank him reliably? Can I, in 99% of the cases, get a kill there? And if he says yes, then he goes for gank. If he says no, then he doesn't go for gank. He doesn't go for those ganks that are like, can you get a kill? Okay, maybe I get a kill, I go there. No. If you're not sure, you farm. Very simple. So my question is, can you reliably get a kill on the Echo in the next 20 seconds?
If Echo were to push up, I would say yes.
No, right now, looking at this. So is this gankable in the very short period of time?
Right now, I would say no.
No. There is no way you're going to gank Echo. He's not low. He's not, let alone the fact that he's so close to the tower, you're never going to be able to gank him.
Also, the wave is pushing towards said tower.
Exactly. Also, the wave is coming into him, so right now you can't really gank. Alright, what about top lane? What do you think about this?
No.
No. So theoretically, the Zac is low HP. So we could try to gank, but the problem is that, well, the wave is coming into him. So you're not going to do anything crazy and just try to gank him right now. But, so you can't gank, but you can counter-gank. Because if you remember, where did the Vice start?
But so around 315, she's going to be near top lane.
Exactly. So then what should you do? So then what should we do? Sorry.
Normally, what I do is I do a 5 camp, and then
True,
I go to scuttle.
true, true.
And
So
then
here,
if the enemy jungle doesn't show up, I just clear my. I either look for ganks or clear Krugs recall.
okay, let's take a look. That's
Most
good.
of the time, though, I do go for a full clear.
Full clear with the crags.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So right now, okay. So first of all, just based on this one. By the way, you said that you can't gank, but you can actually. So after you're doing your red buff, you're doing your raptors and red buff, you can actually stay for counter ganks. Because we know that Vi started on the bot side, which means she's going to be top side 315, as you said. So if you go top lane to counter gank and she shows up, you're going to be there. So you need to actually go top lane. You don't need to gank necessarily or go there or go on the Zek. No, you just need to stay here. And then if the Vi comes, you know what to do. You're going to go from behind and you're going to win the 2v2. Because the Wukong already has the HP lead. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what you should have done. So I don't recommend you. Usually in Challenger, it's fine to get full clear. It's fine to get Krugs. But in this elo, I never recommend you getting Krugs. It's super bad camp. It takes so much time to take it. It usually takes so much of your HP. With Mordekaiser, not specifically. But right here, just the fact that you're getting the Krugs. Yes, you get some experience. But on the other hand, you're going to lose the scuttle priority. You're going to be there pretty late. And it's not a good thing. So right now, you can see that right now you're 240, you get this, like right now, you can instantly go on the river and be on the right time, or you can take this and then, again, you can be here still, but
Yeah, and
generally
also
speaking,
Visors can top.
yes, so here, this is definitely your mistake. So here, what I will do, so where should Vi be right now? And why?
Somewhere around her blue buff.
True, true. So here you should ping it, you should communicate, you should... So do you remember when I said, hey, when you're doing the blue buff, you knew that, so you answered correctly, you knew that she's going to start bot lane, but ping it, because your team doesn't know. Danger, danger, danger. You know the danger, the red ping, right? The red.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you should ping. Here, if I'm doing the red, and I'm playing jungle, I'm always thinking, hey, where is Vi? Where is Vi? Where is Vi? Where? She started bot, so where is she? She's top. Okay, my top is overextending, playing so aggressive. I need to let him know. I want to ping the river. Danger, danger, danger. Careful, bro. Careful, bro. Go word. Because see that he's playing without a word, but you're not letting him know. Hey, bro, careful, careful, careful. So here, if you ping him, you can prevent him from dying. Right? Super,
Yeah,
super
because there's
important. Exactly. He's not going to die here if you just ping him. Okay, let's go for some more complex jungle pathing. So right now, when you're seeing the Vi on the map, of course, like the minimap doesn't always tell you the whole information. Like for example, we don't know if Vi is low HP and she needs to recall right away, or if she's full HP. So what Challenger players do usually when they play jungle, they look there. So when they see Vi on the map, they move their camera and they look here. So we can see that the Vi is level 3, the first information that we get. We can see that she has double buff, and we can see that she's full HP. Like, after she's getting double buff, you want to press tab. But why?
check CS.
True. And why is that? Why does
You can
CS
see
matter?
how many camps they cleared.
True. So she has 13. How many camps did she do? So how many camps is one camp? Like how many minions is one camp? Let's say I take the blue buff. How many camps do I get?
4.
Exactly. So she has 13. How many camps did she do?
I would assume that she accidentally took a minion top, so I would say 3
Yeah,
camps.
exactly. Yeah, I think you got confused because she took a minion top, right? But yeah, she took 3 camps, so 4 multiplied by 3, it's 12, and then she took like 1 minion. So my question is, what camps did she take in hindsight right now? So she take blue and red. I mean, obviously we know that
Blue, red, and Grom.
exactly. So that gives her level 3, either blue Gromp and red, or Krag's red buff and blue, but Krags are so hard to take, so no one is going to do, red Krags into blue top. This is crazy. So she did a fast clear, 3 camps into top lane. So we know that she has the Wolf Sap and she has the Raptor Sap and of course the Krag Sap. So we know that. You need to know that. But remember, when you're playing the game and you see the Vi top, move your camera there. See how many. Check the CS. Okay, so you take this. You see how late you're going to be at the scuttle? 331.
Yeah.
Like she already, like right now you go to the scuttle, boom, what can we do? Yes,
Nothing.
you got the cracks, but you lost the scuttle. Like right now your top lane is going to, like you can't you can't prevent your top lane getting ganked again, and you can't prevent your mid lane getting ganked again. So yes, you got cracks on one hand, but on the other hand, I would prefer you to just get the scuttle, because with the scuttle at least, I mean, sure, it's a good XP as well, and it's not as good as the last season because it got nerfed, but it's the scuttle. Like the scuttle is a little Drake. That's how I have to think, like a little objective that you want to take it. Don't want to die for it, but you want to take it. If you can, you always want to take it. Super important. So I don't. The moral of the story is that you shouldn't really do the Krugs unless it's unless we're talking about, you know, the third, the fourth, the fifth clear. Right now it's the first clear, so the scatters are more important. Okay, so right now you are trying to gank top lane, and then you just recall. Perfect. Did you consider to go right away to the scuttle here, or did you, what was your thought process?
I was just going to assume that Vi would most likely be walking down to the second scuttle.
Yes, perfect. That's the answer that I was looking for. Obviously, right now. So what build do you go on this champion?
Normally Frostfire Gauntlet into either Demonic Embrace or Foreign Mail if I need some sort of Grievous.
Okay, okay, that's good. So right now, let's see. So I want to ask you, based on, so right now every jungle that is high elo, I wanna tell you that every jungle that is high elo, like when he's pathing like this to his buffs, he's thinking, hey, where do I want to be in the next 2 minutes? Who do I want to gank? Who do I want to ignore? Because remember, you need to have 2 lanes that you want to gank. But I want to ask you a question. Like, what do you think? Who do we need to gank right now based on the tab? Like, who needs your gank? Who do you want to play with? So we have, oh sorry, we have Wukong, we have Aurelia, and we have two Chillax. Who do you need to prioritize ganking? 2 lanes, remember, you want to choose 2 lanes.
Well, as of the scoreboard, I would say mid and bot.
True, true. So you do not want to, we said that in the beginning, we said that, hey, gank Aurelia and gank top lane. True, but that was in the beginning. But right now, this guy is what? This guy is 0-1. You do not want to gank behind lanes. You do not, if someone is 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4, 0-5, and they ask for help, hey, help me, help me, help me, you're going to make things worse. You're going to go there, gank, Vi is going to show up, and you lose hard to V2. Why do you lose hard to V2? You lose hard to V2 because he's already behind. So rule of thumb, something that you need to remember, do not gank behind lanes. If someone is 0-2, 0-3, 0-4, let him be. Play with the guys that are strong, or even play with the guys that have a chance to come back in the lane. Even if in the beginning of the game you identify the win condition as being, hey, I want to gank mid, and hey, if mid is not gankable, I want to gank top, it's not anymore. Right now, you want to gank mid and bot. Like high elo players, what they do, they adapt those win conditions. They are like, hey, in the beginning I wanted to gank this guy, but no, this guy is zinting, no problem. If he's a bad player, I'm going to choose another lane, which is bot lane. So right here, mid and bot, exactly what I said, it was true. Okay, good, good. Okay, you try to get the cracks, sure, 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 that's fine. Okay, you actually try to get your in there. So be careful with those invades, because right now this is fine. You're looking to get a jungle. Like right now you can't really gank mid lane. As we can see, like Echo is just in the tower, and in addition to that he's full HP. And right here you don't really have any camps. So this is a smart invade. I'm proud of you for this. But look at your minimap and see that Wukong is recalling. So this tells you that you want to invade, but you want to be careful, because if you don't see Zac on the map, he might as well just come. So if you're going and then you see that Zac is missing, you should just run, because dying for it is not worth it.
All
So
right.
let's see if you're going to do that. So, okay, Zac is coming. Let's
Yeah,
see
and
if
there
you
goes
run.
Zach.
Okay. You're very lucky that this champion is very, very good. But right here, definitely a big mistake in this position, because you see how
Oh yeah,
much
I
you
can tell.
overextended. Exactly, exactly. You're very lucky that the build is smart. Okay, nice, good recall. Okay, that was good. That is good. Let's see what we're going to do right now. So you go to the scuttle, you take the scuttle, you try to go to this guy, just go, just go, just go. So usually when you're playing jungle, I really love that you're prioritizing getting the scuttle. This is a smart thing. After you get the scuttle, remember that you're on a timer. So the more you gank, the more you stay and you try to help your lanes. When you have your camps up, the more time you waste, because having your camps up means, well, if you don't put them on the timer, they're not going to reset, right? So you're not going to take them as many times as possible. So you're basically indirectly, every time when you're ganking and you have every camp up, you're indirectly wasting time. So right here, I like that you go for the scuttle, but here after this we should do the blue buff, because we shouldn't really gank. This is a mistake. You shouldn't really gank when you have all of your buffs up. Like if you have all of your buffs up, right here you want to take the scuttle. Then after this, you want to be like, hey, bot lane is not here, and I have so many camps here. I want to take my camps, and if it's possible, then I want to gank on mid or bot. So it is true that there are still, you know, those 1% of the cases where enemy team is crazy and they're pushing here with low HP. This is Jhin, let's say, and this is Lux, let's say, and they're pushing. Of course, in that case, you make an exception and you don't take your camps. You don't take your camps before ganking, but that's not that exception right now, because first of all, they're not pushing. We don't see them. Second of all, where is our bot lane?
Still walking the lane.
Exactly. So this was.
I think my thought process was, if they're there, I can just def round one of them and just, best case scenario, kill them, or worst case scenario, just wait out the clock for them to get there.
True, but then look how far they are. So if you ulti someone and you don't kill it, it's so bad, because you're basically having how much cooldown? 100 and 140. Holy, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. That's actually so big. Because you see that you're going in, and if you ulted right here, I mean, Twitch is never going to get it in time anyways. So, because the brand is going to run this way, or he can also run this way, Jhin can heal him. So it's definitely a coin flip. It's definitely a coin flip here. You don't want to go for those plays that might go wrong. You want to be reliable. Right now, Vibai comes in. Okay, it's actually so strong. This is crazy. He's so strong. Okay. You played it very nice. You played it very nice. Very nice. So is there a reason why you're getting the mercs here?
Merc treads?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Okay. But looking at this in hindsight.
I would say it was probably because of the brand and the echo. Just to make sure that I have a bit more survivability against them. And also, even though I take tenacity for runes, it is, you know, extra tenacity.
True, no, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's actually pretty good. I like this. I like this a lot. This was not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay, so I really love the fact that you're doing the wolves, blue, and Goromp, and then you go for Drake. I'm very proud of you for this. I like the way you played it right here. You definitely played good mechanically as well, and with your movement. I don't like that you got 2 pink wards. Like in bronze, in gold, in silver, it's bad to buy too many control wards, because people don't have, like, they don't have minimap. And even if you know, you put a pink ward here and they see that someone is coming on bot lane, they still die. I'm sure they've experienced this. Like, they still die even if they see the guy coming. So if it was me, I would just invest my gold in items. I wouldn't really buy too many pink wards. I would just buy, you know, if I want to get a Drake like you right now, I would buy 1 pink ward, 1 control ward. I will put it and I will take it. But I will never, in this elo, I will never buy 2. Yes, if I
normally buy 2, especially when going for objectives. So that way, if they're there, I have another pink there. So that way, they can't just deny me vision. So I can at least attempt to steal if possible.
True, but one word can be enough. Because if you get 1, like, it takes 5 auto attacks for them to take it. So if you're taking if you're putting the, let's say, the pink ward and they try to take it, I mean, first of all, it is going to take a while until they take it. Second of all, even after they take it, you know that in League of Legends there is that mechanic with, after they take in the ward, you still have some vision. So having 2 words in 90%, 99% of the cases is just wasting gold in this elo. Because imagine if you buy, because I saw this is a pattern that I have, and I saw it on EuroPGG as well. I have a tendency to buy so many pink wards, like 7 pink wards, like 7 multiplied by 75. You're wasting 500 gold. gold that he can invest into getting more items. Like here, he didn't really have boots, but he had 7 controllers. You see, because usually in these items, in this elo, items are going to carry more games than vision. Sure, this is wrong in Challenger. I mean, in Challenger, if you play in Challenger, vision is more important, but you don't play in high elo right now. So that's why I do recommend you to get like 1 every 2 bases, but try to not get it too much. It's definitely a bad thing, especially in this elo. Okay, good, good. Have 1.3k gold. Trying to get the objective. So before going for an objective, obviously you want to check your lanes to see if they have prio. So here they are fighting, but they have prio, and then top lane has prio as well. They are pushing, so this is good. This is good. Taking this. Perfect. So what do you think is your weakness in the game? Like overall?
In general, or this one
In general.
specifically?
No. In general. Like why aren't you like a diamond player? Let's say.
I guess most of the time I just have poor decision making.
Decision making. Okay. Okay. And how do you define that? Do you mean like early game? When do you gank or?
Pretty much all of the above.
Okay. Okay. So like decision making. Okay. In general. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. 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 What about your later stages here? In general in the game.
I would say they're all right, but I know I could easily do better.
Okay. 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 And what was your? So you said silver 2 was your peak, right? The rank that you ever, the best rank that you ever achieved, right?
Yeah.
And this season, are you playing? Are you planning to play Mordekaiser, or do you want to play some Kane? Do you want to? What's your plan right here? Because this is important for me.
I would like to keep playing Mordekaiser, although if I can, I would also like to learn Kane for like a pocket pick or a counter pick.
Okay, that sounds good. Sounds good. Your mod, I will tell you from now. Your Mordekaiser is not a bad pick. I like your Mordekaiser. Definitely pretty good. In terms of jungling, I like your pathing. So you do have some problems in terms of like decision making, and I want to see your point of view as well. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look again here. Try to flank here. You're getting caught. Okay, so here you probably felt forced to help your teammates. So when you're going into a team fight, you basically want to hover your map like this, your camera like this, so you can see, well, like this, so you can see what's going on here. I think that what happened is that you thought they're in danger and you wanted to help them, and then you just walked up and you tried to like help them. Is that true, or what was your thought process?
I don't remember my thought process for that game.
Okay, no worries, no worries. So then we're going to
Although
just
that is probably what happened. All I
yes,
know
yes,
is that Vi ulted me, and I tried ulting someone else to save myself.
to save. Yeah, it was super close. The brand was super close. Super
If I
super.
landed that, he would have died.
He would have 100% died there. Yes, but the call was bad. The fact that you actually followed, because if you trade 1 for 1, it's still not worth it. 1 for 1 is never worth it because you basically get some gold, but you're basically giving some gold. So I mean, it's not worth it, right? Okay, good. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. So I want to see how you play these later stages. So what is your plan right now in this game? So what should your plan be? What should you be doing right now?
I would say trying to contest Dragon.
Okay, this is good. This is good. Okay, so you got it. Perfect. Okay, you got a bit ambitious here with the flash. Overall, it was a good call. I don't like
Yeah,
that you're not going.
this is normally why I take Ghost, so I can just Ghost and just follow Jin in the Death Realm.
True, true.
It's mostly for people who try and slow me down or like to walk away.
So right now, first of all, let's go step by step. So right here, I like that you go for the Drake. This is good. I don't like that you're not pinging. Like right now, your team doesn't really know. Like look at this guy, very low. This guy, he has no idea that you're doing Drake. So what I will do, I will ping 2 times. Assistance. Like the assistance ping, right? I would just ping it because they don't know that you're taking it. And then this is fine. This is completely fine. You're also taking the Drake. But here, after using the R on this guy, like he is stuck. You don't need to flash on him. So here you got a bit impatient because you see that right now he has nowhere to go. He's level 10, you're 2 levels up on him, he's 4-8. If you just run him down, like if you just walk to him, he's dead. So you see that he has no chance to escape?
Yeah.
Didn't really need the flash. Because you could have used the flash for the next fight. And then in addition of that, what is your job in team fights here? Looking at the enemy team composition and KDAs.
I would say try to find their biggest carry and just def round them.
True, but who is the biggest carry here?
I would say Echo or Vi, but probably Vi.
Okay, so who can carry harder the game?
Vi can.
True, but the question is, can you kill Vi in the dead round?
Yes.
Yes, so it's going to be pretty easy to kill Vi. The thing is, you're most likely not going to catch her because, well, it's either you wait her to go into the team fight and try to let her engage first, then you ulti, or you're not really going to have the chance to ult Vi. You don't concern yourself with the Jean, and ulting Brand is also bad because, well, they're 4-8, 4-10, so it's not the best thing in the world. So you can ulti Echo or you can ulti Vi. Those are the best ults basically. You can
So
also
I'm pretty sure there are multiple Vi while she was charging her ult, and that canceled mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So conceptually, right here, you should ulti the Echo to get him out of the fight. I mean, right now you have multiple options because if Echo is not really, I mean, Echo is not a champion that can 1v9. He's not really the Syndra or something like the Zerat or something that can 1v9 completely the game, or a Kassadin that you need to ulti. So you can consider ulting other people. So the thing that you shouldn't ulti is Jhin. You shouldn't ever ulti Jhin. He's 410, so this basically is pretty bad. Echo, I mean, if you get the chance to ult Echo, it's fine, but again, he can't really carry that easy, so I wouldn't really ulti Echo as well. He is just a champion that goes in, kills someone, goes out. He's not a champion that does constant damage per second, constant DPS, so I wouldn't really concern myself with him. Vi, she has the unstoppable thingy, so definitely it's okay if you can try to use it after she uses the ulti, but otherwise right here we have two targets that are really good to ulti. So I want you to give me one reason why ulting the Zek is good and why reason why ulting the Brand is good. If you can, of
In a
course.
team fight,
In a team fight, yes.
the only reason that I could say is I don't know, get rid of a front line, or in
True.
the
I mean,
terms of
it's
brand, I don't know, remove any AP that they have. Although Echo is also AP.
yes. So right here, the problem, you have to think about damage. So first of all, you have a carry, you have the Twitch, and you have the Aurelia. If you take the Zek out of the fight, well, they don't have frontline, but they also don't have a big CC of their team. Like without Zek, the enemy team doesn't really have someone that can tank up the damage and do CC. Twitch can instantly just go on the Jean, on the Brand, or on the Echo. So that's why you want to ulti the Zek, because you want to take away their tank, and this way Twitch is going to allow himself to go more aggressive in teamfights, and he's also going to kill them a lot faster, right? Then Brand ulting, like, we know that he does so much damage. He can be 0-10, 0-5, he does them. It's Brand, he presses R, he does so much damage. In addition of that, he has 2 items right now. 2 items. Brand with
And
2
both of them
items.
are burn.
Exactly. So right now, if he's going to ulti like 5 people in a team fight, it's going to be so bad for you, for your team, because he's going to get that AoE damage, right? So that's why the best targets are actually Zek or Brand, depending on who can you get. So that's basically how you should play the game. You should basically try to ulti those guys while playing, of course, around your carry, which is basically Twitch. You don't want to play around Aurelia because she's going to be like frontline. You can't really protect an Aurelia. Aurelia goes in really hard and she plays really aggressive. You can't really protect that. But you can definitely stay with the Twitch, and you can definitely just stay with him and protect him. So this is basically the concept. Okay, let's see what we're going to do right now. So you go for the Nashor. You're trying to go on the Echo. So let's actually see what Zek did here in this case. So you see how Zek is going, and he's doing like look at his damage. Look at the damage. Look at what he does. Look at the Zek. So you see
Barely
how much
anything.
work. So you see how much work he does in the team fights? He does a
Yeah,
lot of work, and it's so if I'm Twitch, I'm just tilted because I mean I can't do anything against this guy. So instead of ulting that guy, like did you ulti someone here? Let's see.
I did. I think I ulted Vi.
Yeah, you ulted Vi. Yeah, you ulted Vi. She can very easy win the 1v1 with the Vine and Starak, so she's not weak. But definitely, you see what I'm saying? If you ulted the Zek, he would have died. And look at this fight. Where is the Zek? So Zek is right here, low HP, and then this guy is low HP as well. Like you would have made the difference right here in this fight. Ooh, and this is actually so close. You see this? So this game would have been 26 minutes if you played this fight right, and if you ulted the right target. Because you would have win this if you ulted the right target, you would have win this. Okay, let's see what you're going to do. Playing for Drake. Oh, he got it? Oh, we didn't have... Okay, so we had Smite. Sure. Let's see.
I mistimed it.
Okay, so
I
you
think
mistimed it.
I either mistimed or I think I might have smited a champion.
Let's see. Okay.
No, I mistimed it.
Yeah, you mistimed it. Okay, and the Vi didn't... Okay, Vi got the champion right there. Like, she didn't even... You're going to win this quite hard, I think. Yeah, look at the brand. Look at the brand damage. So much, right? So much.
Yeah.
That's why you want to ulti him instantly. Okay, it didn't really play it too bad, but... I mean, obviously, we could have played for Soul. This was Soul point. So we could have played for Soul right here. Okay, good. So let's see what we're going to do in the very last team fights. Okay, good. Trying to farm. So in those kind of situations, by the way, this is a mistake that so many players do. So right now it's late game and you want to fight. You have so many items, you have 3 items, you really want to stay with your team and protect Twitch while ulting either the Brand or the Zek. We talked about why you should ulti them. Right now, it's really bad to stay in the jungle to get some 80 gold or, 100 gold when your team is face checking, fighting, and moving forward. So the rule of thumb is that if you're in the later stages, and this is something that is going to get your gameplay to the better level. If you're in the later stages, specifically after 18 minutes, or specifically after you completed 2 items, you want to prioritize staying with your team over camps. Because if they fight right now and they die, enemy team might potentially get an objective. And right now it's the inhib on mid lane. So you see the whole rotation. Like they're fighting, they're face checking, they're saying, and you're farming. If the Echo was engaging or if the Vi was here, they were dead. Like look at this guy with Zek. If he was better, he would have win it, or if he would have flashed onto Lux, you basically lose the Lux.
Okay, I see it.
Super important. You can lose games because of that, by the way. Because you're going to have moments where you're farming, you're staying in the jungle, like you're staying in the jungle right here, and then there are 4 people mid, they die, enemy team gets nashor, and you lose the game. Super important. So don't farm in the later stages. If you see that your team is pushing mid or grouping, or stay with them. If you have 2 items, stay with them. No need to stay in the jungle or farm, or super important. Okay. Okay, this is a big fight. Okay, we're probably going to lose this. So you see that you're losing the team fight because you're ulting Vi. Who should be ulti right here? Because here, you're actually ulting her and you're isolating her from your team. Like right now, you probably tried to just ulti because she was in danger. Yeah, I think that's what you did, right?
Probably.
Okay. So when was this game played? 2 days ago? 3 days ago?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, here if you just ulti the correct targets, you're going to win every team fight. But here the game should be like 25 minutes. Because if you win this team fight, you're just going to win the game. Here, that's fine. Go with your teammates. Good. Perfect. Oh, he didn't ulti? Okay, so let's see. I think that you thought that you can kill him without ulti. Right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but you should just ulti instantly. Because right now you're forced to flash and you don't even get him. Okay, and right now you try to go on the Echo. Nice, so it still works because your champion is not balanced, but again, it doesn't really a good call. And then right here, What did you say?
No, it's alright, you go.
So in this position, there are 4 people that are dead, right? You have the objective, the Drake, which is the third Drake, which is, relatively important, or you can end the game. Which is more important right now?
Ending the game.
Of
Because
course.
if you get pushed up that far, even if they do respawn by the time you get there, they're most likely going to be pushed in.
Exactly. Exactly. So in this position, if you see that, you have to take a look at closer look at the dead timers, and if you see that they are still dead, you want to push your team. If your team is going to push mid lane, you don't want to go buy yourself a Drake. Unless they are respawned. If they are respawned, in 0 time seconds, I would ping, danger, 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 guys, careful, I'm leaving. I'm not saying. And then I'm going to Drake, and I take the Drake. But in this case, you should just push me. If they push me, then you go to Drake, this is really bad, because they're trying to push, they're trying to, like, imagine if you're right here. This is free end. This
Yeah.
is free end. So you could have won the game right here, could have won the game right here as well. See how many situations you could have played so much better in those kind of situations. And then right here, you're actually just staying. Okay. 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 Please. I think you're fine. Holy shit, you're so tanky. You're super, 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 super tanky. So right here, I don't like that you're actually going for Drake, and you're not really playing around your base timings. Usually, if you have around 1k gold, 1.5k gold, or if you have like your power spike, you should always consider recalling. Like for example, right here, after you get the Drake, like here, you have a huge amount of gold. You have 1.4k gold. So you don't want to stay to do some extra plays, because right now, even though theoretically you're stronger, right? You have a lot of gold. You have 9 kills, but practically, if you didn't recall, if you didn't spend the gold, you're not stronger, right? You're not really. If you get the advantage and you have a lot of gold in your inventory and you don't spend that gold to buy items, it doesn't matter if you have the gold in the inventory. So here, that's why you should just recall. Like, you shouldn't really stay here. You shouldn't really stay here. And if you see your mid lane, if your teammates are staying and they're trying to do something mid lane, try to ping them. Danger, danger. Like, if you don't, if you know that they are overextended and they are overstaying, try to have a suggestion and try to ping 2 times danger, danger. Sometimes they might not follow, but it's always good to have a suggestion, because maybe if you're not pinging, 4 people will die, and if you're pinging, 2 people will die. Like, only 2 people will die. So you're going to basically save 2. So pinging can save the life of others.
It's
That's
amazing how
basically.
much pings do.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So here, this is an overextension, and we should just recall after the Drake. This is just you greeted so much for the camps. Okay, perfect, Austin. So what do you remember from the lesson? So what did we learn today?
Probably the biggest thing is that I need to learn how to prioritize lanes.